I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart for our reading today. I'll choose 3 cards, read the base of the pack, and I'll also choose one from Anna Start's pack as well for some extra guidance as we are moving through this powerful energy of the Lion's Gate. It reaches its peak on Monday, the 8th of August. And this is when Sirius and our Sun come into alignment, and we're receiving divine intelligence from the Sirius star, which is the spiritual sun. Leo, Orion's belt, and Earth all come into conjunction and line up to receive this beautiful downpouring of light from the heavens, this Christed light. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. There we have the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and the Hermit. So the 8 of Wands is showing us, is confirmation that we are on our right path. This is a time of really cultivating our thoughts, being mindful of our words, as we know that they carry immense and powerful energy that manifests in our future. We've come a long way on our path, and this is where we are holding our vision. We are standing in our light and protecting our light as well. So surrounding ourselves in that bubble of light and surrounding ourselves in the sapphire blue light of Archangel Michael to help us to stay strong in our own divine truth, which brings growth, which brings success. And as we let go of the lower energy, the lower emotions that only block us, they will serve no purpose but to block us on our path. They will stunt our growth. And as we let go of all that and we tune in to our intuition, all the times when we have not listened to our intuition, and then later on we always say, I wish I would have listened to my gut, I wish I would have listened to my intuition. Now we're starting to listen to our intuition, and this is the area of our career, the area of our passions, everything. This energy that's flowing to earth is very fire. It's one of fire, it's one of beautiful, it's passionate, it is the energy of manifesting divine abundance in our lives. And then we have the 9 of Swords, which is a card that we have to face our darkest fears. And as we face our fears and see that they are nothing but illusion, so as we sit and we envisage our worst case scenario, and it brings up any kind of fear within us, and then we start to resist that fear by thinking positively, by going out and taking our attention somewhere else. During this time of immense light, it is bringing up any of our darkest fears, which is feelings of being stuck, feelings of not being good enough, feelings of a fear of loss, any of those emotions that we push down are now coming to the surface. And the air cards, the swords, are our thoughts. So we are being asked to really cultivate these dark fears, really cultivate these fears, and to sit in them and allow them to arise, and allowing this beautiful sacred light, the energy of Sirius, these divine beings of light of Sirius, who are profound healers, to come and help us to heal from these illusions of fears, to shine light, to help us see with a different vision, to help us see with a different perspective. That everything from past that we have been through, we may have suppressed some of the hurt that keeps coming up speaking to us, so it puts us in a place of fearing being hurt in the future. So we are protecting the pain that's already within us. We're being asked now to allow our fears to come to the surface, and allow this light, this divine, miraculous healing light from Sirius to dissolve those fears as we are moving up through the dimensions now, as we're moving through different timelines. We are being asked to release all that no longer serves us, and these fears, these thoughts, do not serve us. They hold us back. They keep us stuck in a place of fear of moving forward. So if we've got a fear of the future, we will never move forward. We will stay stuck in that fear, fearing fear itself. When we see that there is nothing to fear, when we are in that alignment with our true self and speaking honestly from our hearts, making those decisions from our hearts, not based on any fear, not based on fear of what others will think or what others will say. When we start to break away from this and stop fearing what other people may be saying, thinking, or the projections that are being placed upon us by others, when we move away from that, when we see through the illusion of all that every single person is projecting out what is within them, and we are doing the same. So if we are fearing the future, we are holding on to some kind of fear of pain of the past. So as we allow it to come to the surface, surrender it into the light, taking nice deep breaths, not suppressing anything and going into escape, sitting with it, meditating, calling on our guides, our angels, our ancestors during this time of deep transformation. We're not only changing the way we think, we're changing the way we feel about things, we're opening our heart, and we are allowing love to guide us, where love is shining the light. Sometimes our heart that has been hurt in the past can't trust love any longer, but that love in the past was created from a fear within us, a fear of not being loved, a fear of loss. If love hasn't come in an aligned way, it will be tinged and contaminated with fear, with pain. So we're going through this massive transformation at such a deep level that we are now being asked to really own and be honest with ourselves at what it is we're fearful of, and allow those fears to come to the surface and surrender them, so that we're not imprinting them forever in our future with a fear of the future. So coming back, allowing this beautiful light, sacred light from the spiritual sun, from this portal that is opening up, and these beautiful divine beings of light are entering earth at this time to help us through this healing, knowing that we can anchor and create heaven within that will resonate outside of us, or we can create our own worst nightmares. The choice is ours. And these are illusion. They create nothing but anxieties, stresses that don't benefit our well-being any way, shape or form. When we let go of all these, see through the illusion, know that we are divinely protected, know that we are divine beings, each and every one of us is a spark of the divine. And when we tap in to that spark, that divine intelligence within, we start to transmute layers upon layers of old false beliefs and stay focused on our growth, on our success. So allow any fears of failure, any kind of fears that may be coming to the surface at this time, don't suppress them, allow them to come up and surrender them. And then we have the Hermit again telling us to go in and seek the answers to the questions that we keep asking. We ask ourselves questions that only God has the answer to. So when we start to go round and round in circles in our head trying to understand the truth, we will completely exhaust ourselves. When we go within in meditation, this is where we hold our divine light. The Hermit is one of a very spiritual card, asking us to really listen to that inner voice within, that very subtle voice within, and allow it to guide us. And as we tap into that light, it grows and grows within. This divine light grows. And as I'm reading these cards, all I am envisaging is the rise of the phoenix, our light body coming and dissolving all those layers and layers upon layers of falseness. Stories that we've created within our heads, stories that we've told that are coming from a falseness, a false belief. And from being children from very young age, we have been taught to listen to the teacher, be directed by people outside of us. We have never been taught to go within and listen to our own divine wisdom, listen to what really stirs us, stirs our soul, listen to what really ignites our passions. We have always been taught to listen out there. This card is telling us to go within now, to find out who we are, to find out what it is that really does make us light up from the inside out. And as we do that, we are becoming the phoenix and dissolving all the rigidness, the contraction, the fears, resistance. As we are cleansing and clearing from that, we start to flow in this beautiful energy of divine source energy, which is within us and all around us. So this card is asking us to go within, not to go out seeking guidance, to listen to our own guidance. Many times we have not listened to our guidance, and then we will say, I should have listened to myself, I should have listened to my intuition. Now we're starting to listen to our intuition and trust it more than anything, certainly more than our heads. We're starting to listen to it now, and we are being guided into this beautiful place of immense peace. This is where we find all the answers to the questions as we go into meditation, and we ask a question and then we ask for signs. So ask for some clear signs, some synchronicities to point us in the right direction. Say, for instance, we go into meditation and ask for our spirit guide's name. May not get it there and then, but then as the days go, we will start seeing maybe St. John come up on our timelines, St. John appear in other areas of our life. So we'll start to see this synchronicity of our spirit guides, their names, who they are, keeping listening and watching, and then all of a sudden we get all the information that flows to us. We don't go out there forcing anything, we allow it to come to us. So ask any questions and then listen and be aware of anything that comes through 2, 3 or more times, because that is the divine answering us. That is the universe bringing the answers to our questions. So everything is within. So as we go within, go into deeper and deeper stillness within, that stillness resonates all around us. And it is like a clear pool. When we are frustrated and mentally overthinking and analysing, this our energy field becomes cloudy. We can't see through it. It becomes very turbulent. When we go deep into that pure stillness within us, this becomes clear, and we start to see with clarity the truth of things, that we start to receive the answers to our questions. And if we don't, that's okay. We just wait, be patient, and everything will always present itself to us. So the deeper we go, the stiller we become, and this creates a beautiful clear energy around us, so that we can connect to the higher frequencies. We can connect to these beautiful galactic beings of light, our angels, our guides. It's nice and clear. When we are overanalyzing, overthinking, everything becomes static. Everything becomes noisy out here in our energy field. So we're just being asked to go within, so we can receive these beautiful messages, and we can really converse with the universe, converse with the divine, converse with our higher self, which none of this is outside of us. It all resides within us. And the deeper we go, the deeper that we get to know our true authentic self. So there we have the Hermit, and then at the base of the pack we have the 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups keeps presenting, and this is looking at things that aren't going right, regret, grief. In the traditional tarot card deck, this is the card where the cloaked person, he has a dark cloak all around him, and he's just looking at the 3 cups that have tipped over and emptied. He has 2 cups behind him that are full. So during this time we have a choice. We can focus on our growth and have that self-belief within us, or we can focus on our worst fears, and what is not right in our lives, knowing that whatever we are focusing on, we are manifesting, we are creating. The Hermit is asking us to go within. There's nothing missing within. There's nothing missing in our lives. Everything is here that is divinely orchestrated. It's how we deal with the life that we live in. If we're forever looking at others and what we've not got, or then we will always, that will be our life. When we see that everything, the pure beauty of everything that resides within us, we create that beautiful environment. This is our temple, this is our sanctuary, this is where we house our divine light. And as we focus on that and nurture that and look at those 2 cups that are full, which in tarot is the similar to the Lover's card, it's love, it's romance, it's beautiful energies coming together, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. So we are transitioning the 3rd dimension, and we can look at things that didn't go right. We can look at how we are not happy in certain areas of our lives, or we can go within and be in that energy of gratitude, pure gratitude, because the moment we connect and feel grateful, that energy resonates from our electrical. Every thought is an electrical impulse, every heartbeat is an electrical impulse, goes into our energy field, which is an electrical energy field, and we start to project out like a magnet for beautiful things to be grateful for. So everything starts from the core within us. If we are nice and still, then we emit clarity, and we can start to connect to the higher consciousness, which is where we're all moving to. We're all connected and we're all moving up in consciousness. So as we look at love, as we look at the divine masculine, the divine feminine coming together, as we trust love, as we feel divine love, we start then to project it out into our energy fields and start to create it. So a powerful time of transition from the 3rd dimension to the 5th, just looking at the 2 of Cups, not the 5 of Cups. And if anyone is going through any grief, because this is also a card of grief, grieve gently, be gentle with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. If grief starts to arise because this light is bringing anything up, if grief does start to arise, be gentle. Take some time out. Make sure you have a nice salt bath. Pamper yourself. Really allow it to come. Don't push any feelings down. Allow them to arise. And I'm asking now for a message from Anna Stark's pack. A message from the universe to help guide and assist us through these deep and immense transformations. Meditation. Again, this is what we have just been saying. Meditate, ask the questions. There are divine beings, a very high frequency around us, and they're listening to us. And we can tap into their frequency when we're nice and quiet, when we're in a place of meditation. the more you meditate, that you realize that it is a vital part of our everyday life. It brings us back into balance. It nourishes our soul. It relieves stress and anxieties. It brings good health, emptying our minds, giving our minds some peace, allowing our body a rest from our heads. It's pure bliss. And as we are silent, as we find that peace of mind, we receive these upgrades that come in and start to integrate, and our DNA is being upgraded, it is being activated. Our DNA is pure magic, it's pure light. And as we're receiving the activation of our DNA, that is what we are starting to see, that we are co-creating. We are creating a new earth from love and being our authentic self. So there are no false illusions. We're listening to our guidance. So meditate, call on the galactic masters of light, call on these beautiful star beings from Sirius who are coming through the portals to Earth at this time, bringing healing. So quieten your mind and allow any thoughts of love to come in. Love is a very high vibration. So as these messages and these beautiful connections are formed, we start to raise in vibration. When we're sat in stillness, we vibrate very high. When we are in a place of over-analysing, our vibration's very low. The quieter we become, the higher we vibrate, the higher we connect to the higher frequencies. And this is what we're being asked to do as we sit in stillness, as we sit in meditation, and we come into that place of quietness. We can rise up and connect into the higher frequencies. So I'm sending so much love. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. And really, there we go. I'll have to bring this one out. Birth of creation. Exactly what we've just been talking about. Birthing a new reality. It's coming through. The healing, it's already well on its way now. There's been such immense awakening, and the awakening was a 7-year awakening. We're around 5 years into that 7-year awakening. So people awakening now to who they truly are, not who they've been told to be. Letting go of expectations, and as we tap in to who we truly are, there's immense richness there. Immense richness. So birth of creation. And you can see there that beautiful light, the emerald light coming through, the blue light of spirit, becoming holistic, making sure our mind is nice and calm, which calms our bodies, calms our emotions, that calms everything and everyone around us. And we start to birth this new earth in complete and utter love. So we have 18, 19, 28, 29, 30, 33, 39 and 39, 50, 56. So 10, 11, this is a gateway, this is a portal that we're all moving through. Hold on to the thoughts that strengthen you and empower you. Hold on to the thoughts that create a beautiful feeling within your body, as long as it's not just for us, for everyone around us, for everybody else's benefit. Encouraging, uplifting each and everyone who is awakening and assisting everyone who is going through this transition, this deep transformation. We're all in this, we're all one, we're all connected, and we are all one. So as we treat everyone out there is how we're treating ourselves. And so be kind, be gentle, and find some peace. So thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.